Now we will see how we can execute a SQL query from my Power BI desktop. See, all these queries, I have written it here, right? This query, or I did not write it. Okay, it is, but here I just, created a query, and then, this query, I have made it as part of my view. Okay, so we have written it. So, is there any way that I can, okay, I just take this query or no? I'll just show you here, okay? Or let me do one thing here. What I am going to do is, okay, I am going to write a query. You have the location table, right? Select store from dim location. See, you can just click on it on the left side to see the columns, but I want you to understand how to write a simple select star from means select all the columns and rows from this table and display it in the at the bottom. Look here. In the location dimension table, I have two columns, location key and location name. Okay, location space name. Okay. So what I do is I just write another query to join these two tables. See, this is called code completion. I just type the dim look, right? LOC. It displays all the objects that starts with this thing, dim location. Just click on it, so you don't have to type the entire table name, right? The same is applicable for the column name also. This is called code completion facility. It made our life simple, right? You don't have to type the entire column. Okay. Now I have mentioned about these two columns, but here what I do is I use inner join. Inner join, or we will do the plain the conventional way of writing the query, right? I will write it instead of using ANSI SQL, where I just say this one I'm going to specifying the alias, okay, DL dim location. I just say yes as yes of sales fact, okay. This is not required. Yeah, sales space amount. It's not, you need to specify the proper name, okay, the column name and all. So here, this followed by the select, you need to specify all the columns that you needed from the table. But here, the location name is available in one table. The sales amount is available in another table. Okay, we want to query the columns from two different tables. The location name is available in this dim location. The sales amount is available in sales fact table. Since these two columns are available in two different columns, we need to join these two tables using a common key column. Okay, DL dot location key is equivalent to SF dot. SF is nothing but a short name. Sorry, the short name. Okay, the DL is a short name for dim location. SF is a short name for the sales fact. It is also called as an alias. Here I just say the location key. Okay, I just click on the location key. That's all, guys. We are done, and I just from Yeah, group by. So next I use group by here. DL dot location name, DL dot location name. Look here, by the time when I type the DL, the short name for the table. So this is called alias. Dim location is the table name, followed by that as. As is a reserved word. So DL. When I say DL here, that means instead of referring this table name, it's something like nickname. Nickname. Some people have a very big name, right? Ramachandra, Rajashekara, Kulashekara, Rajendra. It's a big name. So instead they use a short name Babu. Okay. So this is an alias. It's like a Babu, right? Short name. Okay. As how do you need to specify the alias for this table name? Followed by that, you need to specify as, and followed by that, you need to specify the name that you need it. Okay. So dim location. This can be anything. Give some meaningful name. Okay. Dim location, sales fact, SF, as SF. Okay. So that here I just use the alias name DL. DL is nothing but dim location. Instead of typing the bigger name, right? I just specify the alias name that is sufficient. And then on the right side of the equation, we can see that equal sign. We can see that the alias name again, SF. SF is nothing but sales fact dot location key for a group by and location. Anyhow, we will discuss this everything in detail in the subsequent session. Okay. Sorry, here I put the comma here. I need to remove it. Before from, the comma is not required. Look here. Now we can see that each location, how much total sales we made. But if you see Bangalore, many transactions are there. I don't want to see each and every transaction happened in Bangalore. Instead, I want to see the total sales. That is possible with some function. When you use some function, obviously you need to use group by. Okay. Whenever you use an aggregation function, right, you have to use the group by also. The location name. Okay. Give me the total sales we made in each location. Don't tell me in Bangalore how much sales we made yesterday. Day before yesterday, how much we made. I don't want to see day by day sales. Instead, you give me the total sales. So some function that I use. Sum will total the sales amount, right, by each location. Okay, each location, what is the total is? This is the query that we can see it. Okay. Now what I do is I just show you here, but make sure that you're not making any syntax error, but initially you will make a lot of syntax error. Okay, literally follow the, the whatever that I, mentioned it here. Look here, it is not working here because the sum function, then the aggregate function or the group by clause, not containing either aggregate function or the group by clause. Whenever use sum function, suppose use group by. Okay, whenever you use group by, you need to use either sum or you need to use the average function, or you can the aggregation function. What are the aggregation functions are there? Lakshmi, what are the aggregation functions are there? Venkatesh, what are the aggregation functions are there? Can you tell me quickly? Yes. So, the non-IT people can tell me what are the aggregations? Yes, Lakshmi. How about Lakshmi and Pooja and Sailata? Yes, correct, right? Some average, please note down. And those of you have no background in IT, right? Please don't miss any sessions. So even IT people, they're attending regularly. Okay. Look here, you have the sum function and average, minimum, maximum, count function, and you have something called distinct function, right? Distinct count or something like that. Okay. These are called aggregation function. When you use sum function, it computes the total. It computes the average. Okay. Fine. So here, whenever you use sum, you are supposed to use group by. Supposing you did not use sum, but you have used group by followed by where clause. In that case, right, it will throw the same error. Okay. So that way it shows it is not contained in either an aggregate function or the group by clause. Okay, this is a very basic thing. Fine. So now what we will do is I just remove the sum here. And then, yeah. So this one will give me the itemized transaction. Okay, if you want to see, look here, the Bangalore repeated multiple times, right? So if you don't want to repeat all the transaction we made in Bangalore and each city, right? So in that case, you need to use some function or group by function. Okay, group by, but obviously when you use group by, you need to use either sum or average. It is not necessarily you have to use the location name only. Okay, you need to check what are the other dimension tables. Supposing you want to display by customer name, you need to use the customer name. In that case, you need to include the customer name column instead of the location name column. Anyhow, I'm not going to discuss any further. You will get confused. So now this query is working fine. Okay, so I just copy this query. We'll start with a simple query. I will just go back to the Power BI desktop. I'm going to click on the Get Data and SQL Server. And here, I'll just click on the advanced options. Now, see, so far what we did, we entered the server name, database name. Yes, even in this case, we need to do that. But what I'm going to do is I go one step further, I expand the advanced options right beneath this data connectivity mode, right? In advanced options, here the SQL statement, I just paste that SQL query that I have created a while back, right? And here, obviously, you need to specify the SQL server name, everything. Just copy this. Okay, database name and this one. And what I do is I'm going to use the import mode. Okay, I just, I just hit OK now. So this time I have submitted an SQL query. The output of the query, we can see that now. And I'm going to hit load. The query get executed. See what happens? The query got executed in your SQL server. The output of the query will get stored in your Power BI desktop. The default name for the query, right? This is the one, query one, okay? And if I execute another query, the name for that one will become a query two, okay? So if I expand this, I can see that location name and totals is. And if I go to the table view, when I click on the query one, you can see that, Bangalore. So for example, if I apply the filter here, I just unselect it here. And if I apply only the Bangalore here and hit OK, so you can see, Bangalore, so many transactions. How many transactions happen? So here you can see that 12 rows got filtered, right? So 12 filtered rows, 12 transactions happen. Okay. So this query gives me in each location, what all the transactions happen. But the above query, it gives me, hey, don't give me all the stories. Add all the values. Tell me in one line in Bangalore what the totals is. 1080 plus this one plus this, right? So that is what sum function. You can also use average function, okay? Average function, sum function, minimum function, max function, everything. But sum function is the one we use it most of the time. So these are the aggregation function. The interview, the last, can you tell me the aggregation functions? Lakshmi, are you able to understand? Yeah. So now this query I have submitted, instead of executing the query from my SQL server or SSMS, now I executed the query in my Power BI desktop itself. Next, I do the same thing here. So you need to concentrate here. If you say I'm not able to understand that means you are not concentrating. Shut down your WhatsApp, everything. Okay. So look here, I copy paste I just paste this server name. And then here the database name. And here I go back here, I just copy this query and then I just paste it here. So now direct query, guys, I just hit OK. The same query I have executed with import connectivity mode. Now I executed the same query with direct connectivity mode. Look here, query 2 got created. Query 2 is the direct query mode, direct connection mode. So direct connection mode, what will happen, Lakshmi? Look here, query 2, if I click on it, it will not load the data locally here. only the metadata get loaded here, right? And here, look here. So that's all. Okay, query 1 and query 1, you can see the data because I have used the import mode, and query 2, I have used the direct connectivity mode. Right. Okay. Now I just go back to the SQL Server. Again, I'm going to paste the same query here. And the server name, I just, ideally, I should have stored this server name in a notepad instead of coming here every now and then. And this one database name is 711. And this time, instead of using this query, I just go ahead and use this query, the group by, the one that has group by everything. So I'll start with the simple one, the import mode. Fine. Okay. Same query I copy paste. What this query will do? It give me the total sales by each location. Okay. It will not display the transaction data. Okay. Like Bangalore 100, Bangalore 200. No. So it will give me Bangalore total sales and Chennai total, Hyderabad total sales. Okay. That is what this query is going to do. So now I'm going to the import mode, import connectivity mode, and let's wait for some time. Look here. So instead of displaying Bangalore multiple time, it displays only one time. It gives me the total sales here. Chennai total sales. I just hit load. Okay, import mode is working fine. We started with a simple query, but in that query we have joined the two tables, the sales fact table and location dimension table. I did not use sum or group by. Okay, it is working fine, right? Both in import as well as the direct query mode. Now I have used the aggregation, the group sum along with group by. In import mode, it is working fine. Look here, query 3. Query 3 is, I just go to the table view quickly, and query 3, we can see that in each location, what is the total sales. But if you click on the query 1, it gives you the, I'll just clear the filter, right? So it gives me the transaction level, right? Each and every day, how much time, but I don't want to see that. I just want to see the total sales here for each city. Only one line should be there, okay? But you do the sum of sales in Bangalore, sum of sales in Chennai. That is what we are in. So is it clear? Is it clear? Non-IT people, Preeti, Sakshi, and Lakshmi. Lakshmi, are you there? Yeah. Is it clear what is happening here? Okay, fine. Next, what will I'll get? See, those of you, 1 second, I'll just. So next, what I do is I use the same thing, SQL Server, and here, this time I'm going to use the direct query mode. And before that, since this is available in my this thing, right? So I just click on the database engine, click copy this. Direct query mode, okay? Look here, you have the group by sum everything. I'm going to, so this time using direct query for the query that has group by and sum and all. I just hit okay. Let's see what happens now. It's working fine, right? I just hit load. Let me see what happens. Cool. Query 4, yes, even with group by it is working fine. Very good. So query 1, query 2, query 3, query 4, right? Based on the order that I executed the query, it gives the name, right? The default name is query 1, query 2, query 3, query 4. The query 4 as the sum of sales, right? The query 4, when you cannot see the output here, you're not, 1 second. It is going to the, because query 4 and query 2, we have used the direct query mode. Query 3, we have used the import mode. Query 1 also, we have used, the import mode. So this query, I have used it in import as well as direct query mode. And this query also I've used both import and as well as the direct query mode. It is working fine. So now I'm going to add another thing here. So what I will do is I will just copy paste this query. Yes, Preeti, I'll share the query. You want this SQL query? I will share it. Don't worry. Okay. So here order by. In addition to that, I'm going to add another thing like order by. Order by is like sorting. Okay. So now what happened? I want to display the total sales, the top selling location first. Okay. So I need to sort the data by sales amount. Order by. So what will happen is, look here, when I execute this query, what happened? This query is showing some, yeah. So here, which one is the biggest number here? Venkatesh and Lakshmi, which one is the biggest value here? 7,986, right? So display this value top here, and the next highest sales is 7707. Next highest, you need to sort the data in descending order. So here, order by, this is the one. I'm going to execute this one. And here, not in the order by clause because it is not contained either. Okay, okay. Not contained. Okay, sales amount, is there, right? Okay. Mhm. Because I named it as total sales. Total. No, it will not work, right? No, this is not the. Okay, this is not part of SF. Hmm. So even as an experienced person, I made a mistake, right? So here you can see that still it is showing in the ascending order. So you need to default order by is nothing but sorting. Okay. So here I put it descending. You can see that the top selling city is this one. Now the values got sorted in descending order in the total sales column. Okay. Fine. So cool. So this is what you needed because you cannot do order by there, right? Okay. What we will do is we will go here. We'll just try the same thing here. I just go to the. So you might be asking this and why I need to write another query. Okay. Fine. So what I'll do is I'll just go here and then click on the transform data. Already we have the view. Not the view. 1 second. Here the query 4 was the query 4 was having that query, right? Which query? The group by and all is it? But here the order by is not there. Order by is sorting, right? So instead, you can go here and click on it here. And here sort descending, you can give it here itself. Okay. But when you sort descending, what is happening? This is not supported in direct query mode. So merging the columns not possible in direct query mode, and extracting the month and name of the month, and the day of the day name, right, is not possible in direct query mode. In addition to that, if you want to sort the data in ascending or descending, right? Sorry, descending order. Default one is ascending. You want to sort the data in descending order. It is not possible in direct query mode. These are the three limitations. Is it possible to modify an already loaded query into Power BI if I want to? Yeah, you can go to the query here. So is right. I think so. You can do it. You can click on the source here. Okay, next to the source, you will find the icon, wheel icon. Click on it here, and then if you want to change the query, you can change it here. Okay, you can change it. That way also that is fine. Okay, what he is saying is correct. So why should I write a separate thing? Because that is for step by step. Okay, to show this for non-IT people. Okay, they do not know what is that. Okay, the sales total sales, right? find descending. Okay. And you can click on OK. So now this is a good thing, right? Good suggestion. So why should I write another query to show the descending order, sorting the data in query? So can't I, use, rewrite the existing query? So yes, that's a very good question. You can go and click on the existing one. So let's, here, when I click on the descending, it was throwing an error, right? It's not an error, it's a warning. You cannot sort the data in descending order because this query was in direct connectivity mode. So when the only way out is you need to rewrite this query, or you need to sort the data right by in descending order by this column. So that if we do it, it is not working. But I just go back here, and then I can do the so the order by everything here. This query I can use it. Instead of rewriting the same thing again, you can modify the query here itself. Right? You click on the wheel icon, so you can see that you can go and add the extra line here. It will work. Okay, this is for non-IT people because they wanted to understand step by step, right? If I directly jump in there, it will not be able to. This is another shortcut. Yes, correct. So if you wanted to sort the data in descending order, that is not possible in Power Query Editor. Importantly, in the direct connectivity mode. So for that, you need to do the sorting in your select query itself. To to make this point persistent in your brain, I have explained it separately, right? So, but the alternative way is, yes, don't repeat the query multiple times. Just because adding order by the additional thing, right? Order by here, only one liner you are in existing query itself, you can modify. Yes, this is another way of doing it. Smartly you can do it. Okay. Step by step, I'm explaining. For that reason, I explained that one. But you don't have to, in reality, right? You don't have to put multiple queries. Okay, multiple queries also will slow down. Unnecessarily, if you keep multiple, it will literally slow down. Like he suggested, okay, click on the wheel icon. You can modify the existing query by including the additional clause order by. Got it? Okay, I just it okay now. Good. Now we have explored how to execute a query from the Power BI desktop itself. You might be asking this question, why should I execute the query in Power BI desktop? Right? Yes, you are correct. Pooja's question is, why should I execute the query from Power BI? Look here, order by class is invalid in views. Inline functions, query 4. Query 4 was views, right? See, this is another limitation. Order by class is invalid in views. Inline functions derived table. Sometimes, right, everything will work, but only when you close it, right, you will see the error. Order by class is invalid in views, and inline functions derive tables, subqueries, and common table expressions unless top or offset or is also specified. Only when you use top or offset, right, the order by will work. So that is one. Anyhow, I'm not going to discuss that in detail now. We will because even whatever I taught as of now, majority of them they're not able to understand. We'll discuss about offset and a later point in time. Okay, fine. So now we have used query 4. I modified it, right? 1 second. I forgot it. 1 second. I just got the Power Query Editor. I think I did it in query 4, right? Ravi? Look here, query 4 only I made it, right? 1 second, I'll just check where I changed the query. Because I did not apply it. I think I did it here, right? So in the view, so this is a, here I did not use view also, right? Okay. To check the source, this is the query for this. It's a query, it's not a view. And query 3 is also from a table directly. Query 2 was the view, right? No, view is different. This is view. And why it was saying that in view you cannot use something like that, order by and all. Yeah, we will check it once again here. We can modify the query by including the additional clause here. Okay. No, top is not required for me. Here, this is the requirement. Okay, order by here sales amount, right? SF, sorry, total sales. Descending. If I use it, it sorts the total sales by descending order. I just hit OK. It is working, but if I use the close and apply, it is throwing an error. While applying it to my model, right? Apply changes, wait for a second. Look here. So order by class is invalid in views. Actually, that was not a view at all, right? Inline functions. Inline functions, derived tables, subqueries, and common table expressions. So unless top is also, you can use a top, but let's say they want to see all the data. So the top 10 sales. If you use, top 10 sales, then if you use top will make sense. They want to see everything, right? So in that case, this is not working. Still, it is not working. Okay. So the other option is, what can you do now? They want to see, the entire data. Okay. Top, you can use it. You just want to display the top 10 sales, top 5 sales, fine. Most of the time when they use descending, that is what they do it, right? So top 10, top 15, top 50. For example, you are working with Amazon. They want to see the top 100 customers, top 150 customers, right? Something like that. So in that case, but you can use top, but you do not know, right? How many of them are falling in? Which one is top? Which one is bottom? How many number of records are top? How many number of bottom? You do not know, right? So they want to see everything like this, okay? And then they want to decide whether they want to use top 10 or something like that, okay? So here, so here itself we sort the data in descending order. So in that case, what can we do? Now I just go up here. But this is a painful thing, right? So you need to create the view here. And for just because you have one order by, if I create a view, does it make sense? What other alternative we can suggest in this case? So usually the top 10, yes, like top 10 they'll be using, but always invalid in views, inline views. See, here itself, we are facing the same issue. Unless top, okay, table expressions, you need to use top here. Yeah. So the same thing, we could have used it there itself, correct? That is not related to Power BI, right? So Power Query, I think, it is the limitation with the SQL Server, okay? I just go here. Yeah, instead of creating a view and all, right? You don't need to create a view, all the things here. You can simply use top. It'll display the data in descending order, ordered by the total sales. Descending order. The total sales should be displayed in descending order. So, of those, total sales that get displayed in descending order, show me only the top 5. Okay, I don't want to see this. Look here on the left side, you can see all the cities, right? Top 5 cities only I want to see with respect to total sales. Okay, I just hit OK now. Let's see what happens. Yeah, only top 5 cities. The top one is Chennai, next one is Delhi, third Hyderabad, and so on. Now I just close and apply. I think this time you will not end up any issues. Yes, you are correct. Yes, Ravi, you are correct. Very connection model, yes. Yeah, in SQL Server, right, you need to use top 5 when you use when you want to sort the data in the descending order also. Okay, top you need to use it, otherwise it is not working. Okay, and yeah, so you can use a view also. View for each and every query, it is not required to create a view, right? Fine. So now with top five, so this is how you can overcome the limitation. Sometimes you can use the view. Look here, in this case, I want to combine the year and month column from my source system SQL Server database tables. Obviously, you need to create a view here. Okay, all the transformation, all the format change. This is formatting, right? Or creating new columns, additional columns, everything you can do it here. And in that kind of situation, view is required. But in this case, view is not required. Simply use top five or something like that. Okay. But if the management wants to see top 10, top 15, how do you see that? If you specify top five itself, right? Five, you are hard coding it here. Hard coding means you specify the value directly here. How do you mention, how do you dynamically change this one? So that's when we have something called stored procedure. You can use a stored procedure. You can pass the values n, right, to the top thing. Okay, so in that case, what will happen is your query will become dynamic. Okay, so now I just move ahead and I will show you the next one. The next topic is